Hey guys, so last night I went and saw finally Thank You for Your Service. I know it's been a week since I've done any reviews after doing like 5 million last week. I was able to take a week off from doing them. It's kind of nice. It kind of felt nice. I was off on vacation in North Carolina visiting my baby niece who turned 4, and her birthday was on Halloween, so I was busy this past week. So I didn't get to see this movie until yesterday, and this is a movie that I definitely wanted to see because the trailers looked good. It looked like it had a good from what it looked like it had a good cast. It looked like it was, honestly could be an Oscar contender. Like it had like an interesting story to it, and it's from the writer of American Sniper, who, well, I wasn't a I didn't sing the praises of American Sniper as much as a lot of people have. I still liked it. I didn't love it like a lot of people did, but yeah, I was like, yeah, and like, okay, you make a movie about PTSD and the effects it has on people that are coming home from the war. That sounds like a decent enough drama, if done very well, and if it's done very respectfully to the soldiers, that men and women that have suffered from these situations. And yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. I part of me is like, man, I like going in. I was like, this could have been like a contender for one of my favorite films of the year. But while this isn't one of my favorite films of the year, still a pretty good movie. I definitely liked it. The acting in this movie is what carries it, and the story too. But the acting, it definitely does. You have, because the movie focuses on three main characters. More so two, honestly, but there's three main characters. It's these three buddies that come home from the war in Iraq. It's Miles Teller. I'm gonna look up their names so be respectful. This one Samoan guy and this other guy. Let me look up their names so I get them right. I don't want to be an asshole here. Like they're not recognizable names. They're Beulah Kowali. Yeah, damn it. He plays the Samoan guy and this other guy, but Miles Teller obviously is like the main character in this thing, he's the leader of this troop of guys who, they rode all in a Humvee together, and he was basically a guy who would be riding shotgun trying to spot out for bombs, and he used his instincts to look for these bombs, and it would help save a lot of their lives and, prevent them from being blown up. A lot of him and his buddies being blown up a lot of the times. And basically, you follow his character as he comes home and he's dealing with the horrors of some of the things that happened to him towards the end of his run or his time in Iraq, where through a series of unfortunate events where he is traumatized by what happens to one of his colleagues. He ends up not going on a mission, and because of that, one of the guys that takes his place ends up getting killed very brutally by a bomb, and he feels a lot of blame for it because of that. And, he is like, it focuses on a lot how people like him and a lot of other soldiers like hold a lot of the pain that they're feeling in and don't tell their families or tell their wives. Like, he's not telling his wife about his problems. She's finding like questionnaires that he got from the VA about how he wants to kill himself and everything else. Like, he doesn't feel like he should live because that it was wrong that he was the one who survived and his buddies died. It's like some really powerful stuff. Also, you have the Samoan guy. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name. He his buddy, who actually had probably one of the better characters in this movie, one of the better story arcs, where he is a guy for all the shit that he's had a lot of exposures, explosions, and all that stuff like that. For all that, he is suffering severe memory loss, and he cannot remember anything half the time, and like he is really badly damaged in the head, and like he's being badly affected by it when he comes home. And it's really good and really compelling that this poor guy, he's just trying to make it through, trying to find ways to make it through his life, by sometimes drugs. He gets involved in some drugs and some really questionable people that do dog fighting. Which that was one of my favorite scenes, is when there's a dog that they just pretty much set, the pit bull that they set out in the woods to die after it loses. He takes it home and basically leaves it at Miles Teller's doorstep because he can't take it, because him and his girlfriend live in an apartment. That was kind of funny. But as it he's really good in this. And then also you have the one other buddy who, he comes home and he's engaged to be married, and he comes home and basically his fiance has wiped his whole house clean. Like, there's nothing left, no furniture, nothing of his really left. I think she left his uniform, military uniform, and that's about it. And there's no electric, there's nothing. He doesn't know what's going on, and he's comes home to, like I said, nothing, and he's being definitely deeply affected by that. This story kind of hit close to home, because I've known a lot of people that, there's two stories in particular. One in particular, I had a buddy who, I'm not naming names because they might watch this video, who he came home and his wife was cheating on his best friend, who was also his fucking best man. And I'm like, damn, man. That's pretty awful. This is a guy who had a buddy of his blow up right in front of him in Iraq. I've talked to, he's a really good dude. Luckily, he has happily been remarried and everything else, but unfortunately, kind of getting the spoilers, 20 minutes into this movie, this happens 20 minutes into this movie, the guy goes in, Miles Teller ends up trying to help him out, let him stay on his couch at his house and everything else like that. And then 20 minutes into the movie, the guy goes into a bank where his ex-fiance is working, talking to her and saying, why would you do this to me, yada yada yada, and she's asking him to leave, and he just pulls out a gun and shoots himself in the head. And I was like, holy shit. You see him a lot in the trailer, so I expected him to be one of the main characters of this movie. So that was so fucking alarming when it happened. You see him put a gun in his pants, but I was like, what is he, robbing a bank? That was my first instinct, but I was like, man, that was rough. Like I said, at least doesn't pull punches with that. There's parts where Miles Teller's wanting to, puts a gun in his mouth and, is about to pull the trigger. It's pretty rough. The PTSD, it does a really good job, portraying PTSD and, how serious of a problem it is for veterans or people that are coming home from war and everything else. Really damn good movie. The portrayal of all the actors in this. I guess I should talk about, before I forget, the elephant in the room. And I don't mean that in a really horrible... This is going to come off horribly for saying that statement once you find out who I'm talking about. Amy Schumer is in this movie. Now, when I said elephant in the room, I'm not making fun of her weight. I swear to God, I'm not making fun of her weight. Like I like Amy Schumer, so I know it's like really popular to hate on Amy Schumer nowadays, but I don't hate Amy. I like Amy Schumer. I know everybody hates on her, anyways, but Amy Schumer is in this movie, and she is the wife of a. Okay. Going in, I had seen her name pop up as far as casting goes. Now I'm like, I thought that was like a misprint at first, and then I kept seeing her name pop up more and more and more. I'm like, all right, that's interesting. Why is Amy Schumer? How is Amy Schumer in this movie? She is the wife of one of the guys that dies in Iraq, who was with Miles Teller. And she's in this movie very little. And I'm going to venture to guess something here. Because it kind of feels like her role could have been a little bit bigger. I guarantee it would have. I guarantee there's a cut of this movie where her role was a little bit bigger because especially having like a big name like her in it. But I think because of the majority of the people that are probably going to go see this movie are conservatives and Republicans and, people that support the military and stuff like that. And most of those people really fucking hate Amy Schumer. I guarantee you they cut down her. I would not be surprised if they cut down her person. She was not bad in this movie. I'll give her credit. I did not recognize her. She has like brown hair, no makeup on. Like, it's like really it took me 30 minutes until she pops up within the first 5 minutes of this movie. I didn't even fucking recognize her. And then it wasn't until like 30 minutes into the movie I said, holy shit, that's Amy Schumer. I said, what the hell? And like I said, she's fine in what she's in this movie. And I was like, I guarantee that she probably got cut out of this movie. A lot of this. I would venture to fucking guess. I'm just going to take a wild guess. I mean, like I said, I don't know for sure, but I would venture to guess. Also, there are some pretty dumb moments in this movie, like just dumb. Dumb moments in that characters make some stupid fucking decisions, and one particularly the wives of these soldiers. Two really good cases in of this happen in this movie. One, when the wives let Miles Teller and the Samoan guy go hunting. This is when they're clearly showing signs that they're not all mentally there, and it results in I was expecting oh shit, this is not going to end well. Luckily it does end well, but it's they're really all fucked up and they have to pretty much end their fucking hunting trip pretty fucking quickly because it's just like Miles Teller's starting to see visions of enemy soldiers in the fucking field that are not even there, and stuff like that. And then the other one that I was like, really? Why the hell would you let this guy, the Samoan guy who's, you can tell by this point, is nearly snapping, is playing Call of Duty, in a fucking war field, a battle zone, a Call of Duty game where he's playing like in the middle of a battle zone, and I'm like, this is not going to end well, and it doesn't. He snaps and almost fucking goes fucking crazy, and almost has the police called on him. What did you think was going to fucking happen? I mean, hello. Why would you let him play this fucking kind of game? But it's true they have to live their lives, but yeah, I don't know about that. Also, this movie, it shows how fucked up our VA system is, and it's fucking awful. Like how none of these soldiers, veterans people are coming home from Iraq or wars, have trouble even getting help. Sometimes they have to wait 6 to 9 months, if that, maybe even more. It's fucking sad. It's because they're so backed up, and it's very sad. And there's a whole waiting list for them to get help, and it's man, that is a major problem we have in our country. It's how fucked up our VA system is. I don't think it's going to get any better under fucking Trump. I'm going to say that right now. I don't care what anybody fucking tries to tell me, but Trump ain't going to do shit. Trust me. As much as whatever he says, I don't care what he says, but he ain't going to do shit. I guarantee it. Even though probably a lot of majority of the people that voted for him were veterans. Yeah, like I said, it was alright. It was a pretty good movie. I liked it. It was a solid film. Definitely carried by his performances. I do feel like this movie could have ended a little bit sooner too. That was one thing. I was like, it felt like it kept going and going and going and going and go. Like it's like it could end any time and it would be perfectly fine. But it's like, whatever. It's like it wasn't a big deal. I wasn't bored or anything. I was like, it was a good movie. I liked it. Definitely go check it out. As far as trailers go, I got the 2 new trailers were basically new war movies that are coming out. Both actually look pretty good. Actually pretty damn good. 12 Strong. I know there's like another fucking long ass title to it, but I'm not. They're just gonna stick with the 12 Strong, which is smart. It's basically about. I love these kinds of war movies when you get like a story that's never been told before. Like it's very rarely that it's not very well known. Like this is a story about, I guess, on September 12th, 2001, the day after September 11th, the CIA sent out like 12 CIA operatives to go out to Afghanistan and basically get the kickstart on trying to take down the Taliban. And it's like, that's kind of a cool story. It's like Chris Hemsworth, and basically they're on horseback fighting tanks and shit like that. It's like, this could be pretty good. It's like they're playing like I gotta hate this. Like they're playing like a really emo version remake of Won't Back Down, and like this is right after fucking Tom Petty died a couple weeks ago, and I was like, that's a good song to play, but I would rather like to hear even fucking the Johnny Cash version. I would love to hear, but it's like, but it's like, it didn't look bad. Only thing I'm worried about is it's being produced by Jerry Bruckheimer, which I haven't seen that name in a fucking on a movie trailer in a long goddamn time. But like he's a guy who's hit and miss. Like he's not like Michael. A lot of people associate him with Michael Bay, but Jerry Bruckheimer's done a lot of good stuff, but he's also done a lot of bad stuff. So I'm like, I'll give it a chance. It didn't look bad. And then the last trailer I got was Last Flag Flying. It's a kind of like a buddy comedy road trip movie. It's Bryan Cranston and Steve Carell. That's a great combination right there. Steve Carell is a dad whose son was killed in Iraq, and he goes on a road trip with his buddy Bryan Cranston, who to get his son's coffin, because basically they want to bury him in Arlington, the military, but Steve Carell wants to bury him at home, and he kind of like take it on a road trip, like basically try to drag the coffin with them on this road trip. And they're also bringing along Bryan Cranston's old buddy, who's now Preacher, played by Lawrence Fishburne. I'm like, that could be kind of fun. Those three look like it could be a lot of fun. It's being directed by Richard Linklater, so I'm like, all right, you got me, movie. That should be interesting. It's being produced by Amazon Studios. Every movie produced by Amazon Studios up to this point has been really fucking good. So, yeah, it looked pretty good. So yeah, that's as far as trailers go. And thank you for your service. I'll be back in the next few days with Thor Ragnarok. I've heard mostly good things, but I've also heard some people that are not that big fans of it. So I'm kind of interested in what my thoughts are on that movie. So until then, I'll talk to you guys later.